you see any real attempts of Russia to utilize the current divide in Montenegro in own interests?
I think it's probably a bit late for that, since Montenegro will join NATO on June the 5th. What we had in October was a very strange affair in which the Montenegrin authorities claimed that Russia or Russians, it's not really clear, or people connected to the Russian intelligence service, those two people are indicted. They claimed that they were behind some sort of coup attempt which aimed at derailing Montenegro's path towards NATO. And that court case has just begun. But it's a very strange court case, and like everything else, divides Montenegrins between those who believe that there was a coup attempt and those who believe that the whole thing was a kind of theatrical production done by the government in order to get people to go out and vote on election day, because the arrests happened before election day, but it was all announced on election day.
How do you think the memory and the pain of the Kosovo war, is it still present in Montenegro, affecting the attitudes of people to NATO, to the West, etc.? What do you observe?
Montenegro is a small society. 74% of its 620,000 people are Orthodox Christian heritage and either identify themselves as Serbs or Montenegrins. Certainly the vast majority of Serbs are still very bitter about the Kosovo war, the bombing of Serbia, and to a lesser extent Montenegro, and will never be reconciled to joining NATO. Montenegrins are more divided because some look at what happened to you in Ukraine. Some people might be against NATO, but many ethnic Montenegrins are in favor of joining NATO. They look at what happened to you in Ukraine, and they think, like you thought, that Russia was your great brother and your great friend. They think, well, we have excellent relations in Serbia, but we don't know what will happen in the future. Maybe in the future, a future Serbian leader will try and whip up ethnic tensions amongst ethnic Serbs and try to take over the country again in the future. So Montenegrins, some are against NATO, but others are certainly for it because of that reason, and as I say, looking to the example of what happened in Ukraine. And then you have ethnic minorities, primarily Bosniaks or Bosnian Muslims, and ethnic Albanians, and they're completely in favor of NATO membership.